Now, we all know how can we evaluate the convolution there, right? So now, with that basic formula of convolution, here in this session, our aim is to talk about the unit step response of the system, right? We know the impulse response of the system, x of t convolved with h of t, which is in turn a generalized version of my delta t, shifted version and scaled version of my delta t is nothing but my h of t. When my input x of t is convolved with h of t, that is going to give me x of t convolved with h of t is going to give me y of t. That is the response of my system, right? Y of t is nothing but x of t convolved with h of t, right? So here now suppose the applied input is unit step. If applied input is unit step, in that case the response of the system to that unit step signal is known as unit step response. It is known as unit step response. What happens in this unit step response is, here now instead of calling it as y of t, here it is called as s of t, step response. Unit step signal u of t is equals to 1 for all the values of t which are greater than 0. That all we know, right? When that unit step signal is applied to the system instead of that x of t, response of the system to that unit step signal is known as unit step response. Here I'll just want to ask, what is steady state response? Think at the background and then come back to me, right? So this unit step response s of t is given as u of t convolved with h of t. U of t convolved with h of t, right? So this s of t, see, we know that convolution follows the commutative law. It is commutative in nature. So I can very well write it as s of t is nothing but h of t convolved with u of t. It's other way around, and it is going to give me the same thing, right? Why? Because convolution is commutative. Okay. Now, if in turn I want to expand this equation in terms of convolution, I can write it as s of t is equals to lambda is equals to minus infinity to infinity. Right now we are there in the lambda domain, right? Minus infinity to infinity h of lambda into u of t minus lambda. It on the other way round, it can also be written as u of lambda into h of t minus lambda. But right now we are just following the commutative law to understand this. Why? Because it becomes easy to shift and scale to shift that unit step signal. Hence I have used that unit step signal in the shifted form. Okay, it's other way, both the way it's correct, but it makes me mathematically easy to shift that unit step signal, right? So minus infinity to infinity h of lambda u of t minus lambda d lambda, right? Let us focus here. If we focus on this unit step signal there, what comes in front of us is u of lambda. Normally what do we write? U of lambda is equals to 1 for all the values of lambda which are greater than 0, right? And now what do we want? We want u of t minus lambda. We know that in convolution, this particular signal is first folded and then shifted. First it's folded and then it is shifted, right? So first of all, let me find out this. I can very well write it as u of minus lambda plus t, right? So first of all, let me find out u of minus lambda to make the idea very clear that first it is folded and then shifted. Hence I have written this particular equation in this manner, right? So it is u of t minus lambda becomes, I am very sorry with this, u of minus lambda, it's a flipped version, mirror image signal, is 1 for all the values of lambda which are less than 0. Here it is my u of lambda, here it is u of minus lambda. It's just flipped version of this. I have not drawn the diagrams to the scale. Let me be very clear. Okay, just for the sake of explanation, I have drawn the thing. So if I flip it, it becomes u of minus lambda. Now what I want? U of minus lambda plus t. So it's a positive shift, right? Okay, whether it's delay or advance, you are going to think on that. We people have done enough practice on shifting, delaying, advancing and all, right? So I have to shift it right towards how many samples? Towards by t samples. Now I can say that this u of t minus lambda is nothing but u of minus lambda plus t is equals to 1 for all the values of lambda which are less than t. For all the values of lambda which are less than t, right? u of minus lambda plus t is equals to 1 for all the values of lambda which are less than t. For all the values of lambda which are less than t. So this is how I have represented my shifted unit step signal. And when in turn that signal is applied to the system, the response of the system that I am going to get is known as unit step response. See here, now this s of t, I can very well write it as lambda is equal. So obviously this lambda is now, for whatever period this u of t is there, this h of lambda is going to work. For the rest of the period, when u of t is 0, obviously the convolution is coming to be 0. Am I right? Okay, so I will not be considering that part there. So now my limits of this particular convolution, they will be from minus lambda to t, minus lambda to this tth instant, right? This u of t. This is h of lambda into u of t minus lambda d lambda. But I know that from this period which is extending itself from minus infinity to t, how much is the value of unit step signal? Unit step 1, right? So for this period the value will be 1. So I can very well write it as, it is nothing but h of minus lambda integration h of minus lambda to t into h of lambda into 1 d lambda. Am I right? So my convolution equation when the unit step signal is applied to the system comes to be what? S of t is equals to integration minus lambda is equals to minus infinity to t h of lambda d lambda. This 1 is there just to show the amplitude of this unit step signal. So this is how the response of the system using unit step signal is obtained. We'll take a pause, we'll solve one numeric on this particular thing. Let us try to solve one problem on this one, wherein we have one signal x1 of t as 2 into u of t and the other signal x2 of t is equals to u of t. See, we want to find out the unit step response. Both of them are unit step, right? But you can use either of them in terms of its shifted and shifted version, right? Here I feel this signal will be easy to handle because it is neither scaled, nothing like that. So it will be easy to handle in terms of its shifted form. So I will consider this signal as the second signal, right? So I can say that with the formula of convolution, it is x3 of t is equals to lambda is equals to minus infinity to infinity x1 of lambda into x2 of t minus lambda. But I know that one of the input applied to the system is unit step signal, right? So my response will be now unit step response. So in the earlier discussion only we have with us s of t, that is unit step response, is equals to lambda is equals to minus infinity to t h of lambda d lambda. Why this thing has come? Because this u of t minus lambda d lambda was having a value 1 from this period, hence it is not written here, right? What is written here is the only one signal, that is h of lambda. Now I will be considering this signal as this u of t. So my x3 of t, rather my s of t becomes integration lambda is equals to minus infinity to t x1 of lambda, let me say that it is 2 into u of t, and this x2 of t minus lambda is nothing but u of t minus lambda. This u of t minus lambda has a value 1 from the period minus infinity to t. So we may skip it. Writing 1 is nothing, is as good as writing nothing there, right? So into d lambda. So this is what is my equation. Now by chance this signal also is a unit step signal, okay? So as this is a unit step signal, obviously from minus infinity to t, it is also going to have from 0 to t, rather from 0 to t. This signal is there from 0 to t. So from 0 to t it is also having the value 1. It is not neither shifted, it is not there in the negative domain. So in the negative axis during minus infinity side, its value is 0. Where does its value exist? Its value exists only from 0 to t. So I can make my limits now as 0 to t. Ideally those should be minus infinity to t if I consider this signal here. But why in addition those limits are now 0 to t? Why? Because this signal also is a can write it as 0 to t 2 into d lambda, right? So this integration, if suppose I want to calculate it further, I can very well write it as 2 into this lambda 0 to t. So here it comes to be 2 into upper limit minus lower limit. So here it is 2t. So this is what is my convolution, or this is what is the unit step response of the system for this particular input, right? I feel the idea of unit step signal is very clear. Good day.